Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I would say if you're new here, glad to have you, but we're all new here because this is a new channel and I'm hoping that this is my first video. So welcome to my first video, first of many hopefully. It's something I've wanted to do for a really long time and I've created lots of videos and just never posted them. So hoping this is the one. Okay, this is the video that's going to get posted. So I guess to give a background on the video and on myself, because we're all new here again, my name is Jen. I'm from Ireland and I'm a PhD student, which is relevant to today's video. But essentially I wanted to make this video because I am going to Edinburgh tomorrow and I only have a backpack. So I have everything laid out over here and I just want to give some tips and tricks on packing light, essentially, because I'm not bringing a suitcase. I do have this big meeting and I want to dress kind of nicely for it. So that's something I need to take into consideration with my packing list. And also Edinburgh has a really nice yarn shop, actually multiple yarn shops. And I kind of had in my head that, you know, after the meeting, because it's something I've been preparing for a long time, it's something that's been a bit of a stress for me. I decided that after the meeting, I have a whole day free. So I wanted to go and check out the yarn shops in Edinburgh, even though I've been there plenty times. I've never actually gone to the yarn shops. So there's a few like Be Inspired Fibres, I think it's called, and Kathy's Knits and Ginger Twist Studios. I want to go and visit these places. I've seen other people visiting them and they look really cool. So I've decided I want to try and leave some room in the bag for a yarn purchase or two. This channel is going to be all about the knitting and the crochet journeys, but to start, I guess this trip is somewhat related to my knitting journey anyway. So I guess I would like to take you along with me and just get into some of the packing tips and tricks that I've accumulated over the years. I've done a good bit of traveling and especially packing light is something I tend to do because I prefer to take like a backpack rather than, you know, a suitcase and lug it around with me. So that is something that I have tried to, you know, perfect over the years. It's never going to be perfect, like that's just a given, but it is something that you can kind of learn to adapt to. I think there are certain tips and tricks that can work pretty well in terms of, you know, things that you can leave behind, things that are essential. So I would like to bring you along with me for that. Now I'm completely new to making videos. As I mentioned before, I've made a couple of videos already and I've, you know, gone through the editing process and then never uploaded them. So apologies if this quality-wise isn't great, or I did buy a microphone, so I'm hoping that the sound is going to be okay. But again, I'm new to this. There are probably going to be some mistakes. We're just going to roll with it and see how it goes. I've been really binging all of like the knitting podcasts and, you know, all those kind of longer form videos on YouTube lately, especially when I'm knitting and crocheting. So this is something I kind of wanted to contribute to as well, essentially. I think there are people out there doing some really amazing work and I would like to kind of bring you along my journey as a very much beginner knitter. Not maybe new to fibre arts as such, but definitely new to knitting. Now I am at a slight advantage because my mother is a really good knitter as well. So whenever I've had problems, sometimes I go to YouTube, sometimes I go to her, so it's, you know, I do have a little bit of an advantage there that I can get help when I need it. To start with today, I'm going to show you basically what I'm bringing. I started out every packing journey, I start out with a list. I mean, I think lists are essential. You know, you're probably going to forget something, but I mean, I always start maybe a week out to make a list for whatever trip I need to go on. So I have everything laid out. Now, for this trip, as I said, I am going to college, so I do need to bring, for example, my laptop, which is kind of big and clunky. So that's something that I do need to take into consideration. So I need to bring my laptop. As I said, I need to bring kind of a nice outfit. And I am also staying in a hostel is very important information for this trip, because I think you need to take slightly different things when going to a hostel rather than staying in, for example, a hotel or, you know, or with a friend or an apartment or something. So there are some things that are going to be kind of hostel specific as well. And just to get started, I guess I am bringing everything in this Under Armour backpack. So it's pretty big, it's not huge. I am flying just with cabin baggage, so this bag fits under, sorry, that's probably going to be really loud right next to the microphone. As I said, I'm new to this, but this bag fits under the seat in front. I'm flying with Ryanair, so it'll fit under the seat in front, and yeah, it should be fine. It can actually fit quite a lot into this, which I will show you in a minute. It's a great backpack. It has this like little pocket here that I can put my laptop into, and it also has this little pocket on the front, which is really nice actually. It's like fleece lined. I don't know if you can see that. And I usually put, like, you know, the things I want to reach for, I reach for pretty often. Like, for example, here I have, you know, a pack of tissues, or, you know, my lip balm, things like that. So things like that will go into this front pocket. It also has a water bottle pocket on the side. I don't know if you can see that kind of well. So I will be putting my water bottle in there, and that's it for pockets. That is the one thing that I don't like about this bag, is that it doesn't have a huge amount of pockets, because I very much like to keep things organized, keep things separated. That's not really something that I can do very well with this bag, unfortunately. But it's very robust. I've had it for a long time. It wasn't super expensive, and it has brought me through a lot of journeys already, so I can't complain. I do like this bag quite a lot. I will try and link some things in the description. Obviously, it's my first video, so none of this is sponsored. None of it's an ad. It's just things that I like and things that I've found work well for me. So yeah, that's the first thing. That's my backpack. Everything has to fit into this, including future yarn purchases. So that is a big caveat. The first thing to talk about, I guess, is going to be the weather in Edinburgh. Like, that was the first thing I tried to consider when I was looking at what clothes to bring. Now, Edinburgh and Ireland are quite close weather-wise, in the sense that it's very changeable. So I've been checking the weather pretty regularly, and it's been different every single time. So I am going from Tuesday to Thursday, and Tuesday is now saying 19 degrees as a high and 8 degrees as a low. And I mean, I'm just checking the Google weather app, but so it does have a bit of a shower on Tuesday. So this is what I'm a little worried about. I don't know if you can see that. So there is a bit of a shower on Tuesday. So it was supposed to be very rainy, and now it's saying that it's kind of more cloudy than rainy. And Thursday is going to be like overcast with a bit of sun. So that's the first thing to note. Wednesday, Thursday, it's getting a lot cooler. Like 19 degrees is warm enough for the UK, you know, so for Edinburgh. And I could be totally wrong here, but I'm just kind of basing it off of Ireland weather. Like 19 degrees is pretty warm in Ireland. So it's going down to 12 on Wednesday and Thursday, which is a bit of a drop. So I think I definitely will need a jacket. The jacket I was planning on bringing, because of those showers, it's all folded up now, but it's a rain jacket. Yeah, so this is a rain jacket from Regatta. It does fold up fairly small. I could fold this smaller if I wanted to, but I'm probably going to wear this, so I don't think I need to put this in the bag. So yeah, that was the first thing. Do I bring a rain jacket, like a rain specific jacket, or do I bring, like, I have a brown leather jacket I was also tempted to bring. But again, I don't want to be bringing two jackets if I don't need it, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to bring this rain jacket and traveling for items that I'll be wearing, I think I'm going to wear just plain black jeans and have them as my only pants for 3 days. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, they're black. If I, you know, spill something on them, you're not really going to see it. You know, this is the perks, I guess, of traveling. And maybe it's not really a perk, is it? The disadvantages of traveling light is you can't really afford to take up too much space with like jeans and things. So I just have a pair of, I think they're mom fit Zara jeans with a belt. Okay. And then I also have this grey jumper, which is from And Other Stories. So I think I'm going to bring that and have that as my like layering piece. You know, in case it does get cold. It's a bit thick. It's too thick for 19 degrees. I only took it out of winter storage yesterday. But it's my favorite jumper, and it's one that I wore all last year as well. It's one of their like mock neck jumpers. So I'm very tempted to get more colors of it. It's just been one of those jumpers that like the fit is lovely on, it feels lovely, and it's super warm. So I'm going to bring that because that'll be a fine layering piece if it is cold. Those other 2 days, I think I'm going to want a jumper. So I'm going to wear those traveling, and they're kind of my bulkiest pieces as well. So that kind of, you know, knocks that out of the park with the traveling outfit. In terms of other clothes then that I'm bringing, I have decided to bring 2 bodysuits. Now, I'm not going to unfold everything just for this video, so folding things up is I was going to say passion, but that sounds kind of sad. Not a passion, but I like when things are neat, you know, and not to mind, they take up so much less space in the bag as well when they're like folded up really like neatly and small. So I have 2 bodysuits. They are just kind of tank top bodysuits, and there's one black and one white. They will go with my jeans. I have one black long sleeve, which is a V-neck, which I figure I can wear under the jumper if it's actually cold. If I don't need the rain jacket, I could wear this under the jumper and still not be cold. I'm a very like cold, I feel the cold a lot. I'm a cold person. I do feel the cold a lot, especially in Edinburgh. It can get quite windy over there, more so than here in Ireland. So that's something I want to consider as well. So I figure one long sleeve can go under the jumper, or I can also wear it on its own and just a jacket if it's not that cold. So that's one option. T-shirt, I'm bringing a grey t-shirt, which is going to be my pajama t-shirt, I think. As I said, I'm staying in a hostel, so I'm going to wear this t-shirt, and I have one pajama pants. I did consider bringing shorts, but I don't really want to wear shorts in the hostel. So yeah, I'm going to bring pajama pants and a grey t-shirt. And then I also have this, which is a blazer. It's like a linen blazer, so this is going to kind of make my outfit that bit more formal. So I think for the review, for the meeting I have, I'm going to wear this blazer, the black jeans, obviously, because they're the only ones I have. This blazer, jeans, and I think white bodysuit. I think that's what I'll go with, because the only shoes I'm bringing as well, I have leather low top Converse, so I think I'm going to wear those. And the white in the bodysuit will bring up the white in the shoes. I think that'll work well. So it'll kind of be that color sandwich, I guess. Light on top, light on the shoes, and then the black jeans. I think that'll work pretty well. So that is clothes. That's all the clothes I'm bringing. I hope that's enough. In here I have underwear, so socks, underwear and bra. So that's what's going to be in there. As I said, I like to keep things kind of compartmentalized, so I do have a little pouch for those. It also keeps them clean. They're not touching other things in my bag, which is a big thing for me as well, a bit of a germaphobe. So that's underwear. Then the only other pair of shoes I'm bringing are flip-flops, because it's a hostel I'm going to, as I mentioned, and flip-flops are a hostel essential. For showering, for going to the bathroom, back and forth, you know, when you're leaving the room and you're not necessarily going out, pair of flip-flops are perfect. So bringing those. Then I have 2 bags, so I'm not sure yet if I'm going to take both of these. I have one tote bag, so your regular canvas tote bag, which I will use for carrying around my computer as well during the day when I leave, and also if I'm going shopping, like food shopping, I mean, if I buy some bits to eat, or if I do end up buying yarn, I will definitely be bringing my tote bag, so I don't have to, you know, get any disposable shopping bags. So that's that. And the other bag I have is this one, which is from Uniqlo. Very, very useful. Also, I think it's water resistant, so it'll keep my things nice and dry if it does rain. Not sure if I'm going to bring this, because I will most of the time be using the tote bag. Not sure if this is going to be really useful. I am meeting friends one of the nights, so it would be nice to not have to bring the tote bag to dinner, if that makes sense. So, you know, this is the only reason I would be bringing this bag, because I could still then use it to hold all of my essentials, I guess. But this, if I don't have room, this is the first thing that's going to go. I have all the essentials like passport, purse, all of those things as well. And I'll just take you through my toiletries. So, first of all, I have a little liquids bag. And again, I'm sorry if this is like really noisy. I need to, I don't know how it's going to work out with the microphone, because it's also pretty new. So I'm hoping it works and it's not too noisy, but it's something I'll just get used to over time, I hope. So in my toiletries bag, so I am flying Ryanair and I only have hand luggage, so I need to have a liquids bag. So in here I have, you can see I have a bottle of perfume. I always bring perfume. It just makes you feel nice, you know, makes you feel a bit more put together, and spritz of perfume. I have a little travel size, these are the samples. I get like face wash from Clarins. So these samples come with the Clarins things quite a lot, so they're really, really handy for traveling. This is, am I going to be one of those like makeup vloggers? But this is just velvet cleansing milk. Not sure if you can see that. So this is my face wash for traveling. I also have a mini toothpaste, and then I have one little thing of micellar water, just your regular Garnier. This little bottle is really handy. I bought it once and I just refill it every time I go or traveling somewhere, so that's really useful. I do try to not have too many like plastic things, or I try not to use like disposable products as much as I can, so little things like that. And it's not really full either, you can kind of see, so I'm not going to need a full bottle for this trip. So it's only 2 days, 3 days, or 2 days taking off makeup really, so that should do for that. Then I have 3 of these, which I got in a different hotel stay. They're really, really useful actually. So I have shampoo, one for shampoo, one conditioner, and one body lotion. Don't think you can buy these, so I'm not going to bother putting them up close, but they're very, very useful. I had a shower gel one as well, but it's gone, so I'm just going to use the shampoo as shower gel, and there'll probably be shower gel in the hostel anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, these are really, really handy because they have a twist cap, but you can re-screw it back on, so they can actually be like used on different trips if you don't use all of it. So that's what I'm going to use. So shampoo, conditioner, hoping I won't have to wash my hair like more than once on the trip, but we'll see. And yeah, body lotion. I don't really need body lotion, but it might make me feel better on the day. And it's small and flat. It's not really taking up much space, so I'm going to bring that. And then the last thing I have in my bag is this, which is Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. I don't know, I'm not really, I think I hit the microphone there again, sorry for your ears. I'm not really you know, I don't know so much about makeup, I guess, so everything that I wear is kind of, you know, easy, and this is great. I love this as like an everyday, I have it on now as well, just an everyday cream. This is my go-to when I don't want to put on, you know, thick foundation or anything, which is pretty much all the time unless I'm like going out, you know. This is what I use. So I'm gonna bring that, gives a nice like glowy finish. Gonna bring that and my perfume, and that's all of my liquids. Okay, so I'll just put that to one side. That's all the liquids. I do have another Toiletries bag, which I will show you. This is great, okay? Now it does look a bit big, but I'll show you everything that's in it. This is from Tiger, I think. I got it years ago, but they probably always have similar ones, I would assume. So it says, "Just leave me hanging, I'm made for it," which is kind of funny, but that's because you can actually hang it, okay? And this is something that I also think is absolutely essential for a hostel stay, is being able to hang your toiletry bag, okay? Being able to hang your toiletry bag, and a toiletry bag that you can kind of see the material of this. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's kind of what, I wouldn't say it's waterproof. It's probably water resistant. So, you know, you can put it on the sink in the bathroom and your things aren't going to get destroyed, okay? And you can just wipe it clean afterwards, going back to the whole germaphobe thing. But yeah, it's really useful because it's got like a big pocket back here. Not sure if you can see. So it's got lots of pockets in it, but the best part is when you go for your shower or anything in the hostel, there's usually a hook outside the shower where you can hang things. So you can hang this up, your stuff inside it is not going to get wet, and yeah, it just works out really well. So you can see that there's multiple pockets as well. So there's a big pocket up here. It looks a bit funky right now because I usually put like things that can spill in that pocket just because it's easier to clean. So there's been a few spillages in there, which you can see, this is quite old, but it still works really well. So we've got a pocket up here, which is where I will put liquids once I arrive and take them out of my liquids bag. There's two mesh pockets in here, which are really handy as well. And then there is a front pocket. In the front pocket at the moment, I kind of have like, if you need to bring medications, I usually put those kind of things in there. I won't show you now, but I do also have like a pad and a tampon in there. As I said, I try not to use like disposable products. Like for myself, I would use a menstrual cup, but I like to have those as emergency backups, or, you know, if you come across somebody else in the hostel who maybe needs something and doesn't have it, then I have an emergency kit essentially. So that's what that's for. I have like painkillers, I have a Diurolite for hydration if I need it, little things like that. I put in the front in here. And then in the main pocket, I have a little hairbrush. My hair is on it, you can probably see that. So a little hairbrush, one of those ones that like opens out. Again, don't look too closely because my hair is on it, but that's just a fact of life for me. I have deodorant. Then another hostel essential are towels. Okay, so I use these towels from Decathlon. I have one hand or face towel and one like shower towel, bath size towel. So a lot of hostels don't give you towels, or you might have to rent them. So I like to have my own ones. These weren't expensive and they're kind of microfiber. Very useful. They fold up really small and I've used them, I don't know how many times at this stage, like for a lot of my trips. So that's those. Again, another thing that I've gotten from a previous hotel stay is shower cap. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, just a shower cap. The box is a bit battered. Again, it's come with me on a lot of trips. Very useful because obviously I don't want to wash my hair every day, so shower cap. And then the rest of the things I have in here are just a few makeup bits. Again, as I said, I don't really wear too much makeup, so I have like, okay, this is pretty much what I'm bringing. These are two Laura Mercier eyeshadows. I have a lip pencil. I have one kind of blending brush if I need it. This is a liquid eyeliner. I have a small tester size mascara and an eyebrow pencil. So that is what I'm bringing in terms of makeup, along with my Bare Minerals. I think that will do me. Oh, actually, that's not all I have. I also have, again, I'm not going to bother showing you exactly what they are because I don't know much about makeup, and I'm sure there are other people who would do these much better than me. So I also have a blush, and I have a blush blender brush thing. For the Bare Minerals, I just put that on with my fingers, I'll be honest. And the other thing I have in here, I have some hair ties, okay, and I also have these cotton makeup remover pads. So these ones, they're really handy. I use them all the time, and I just throw them into the washing machine when I am done with them. So they're really handy. I use these with the micellar water, and yeah, it takes makeup off really well. They're reusable and they are just great. So I've also made some of these as well with crochet, and I will probably show them in a different video. I've made them in loads of different colors, so they're really useful, and they kind of stopped me buying like the disposable cotton wool pads, I guess, which is what I wanted from them. So those are in here as well. So I have 3 of them. Should be like 2 days plus 1 extra for this trip, so that should be more than enough. So yeah, that's that bag. And then the only other things I have that are a bit out of shot and out of reach for me at the moment, I have a power bank for my phone just in case. I have my laptop charger, phone charger, and a cable for charging the power bank. So I think that's more or less it. I also have, I have this little pouch for jewellery that I'm going to bring. Again, I'm not going to bring too much stuff. It's going to be very like minimal, but jewellery, I have 1 pair of sunglasses in this soft case. And I also have my purse and passport. Yeah, I think that's everything. So I'm hoping that's all going to fit in the bag. It should do. I did trial it earlier, so it should all fit. My other questions now are camera. Do I bring the camera? Will I have enough room for the camera? If I bring the camera, will I have enough room for yarn shopping? So I think I need to do a bit of scoping out whether this is going to be feasible or not. So yeah, that is my packing plan. I know it sounds like a lot of things. I don't think it is a lot of things though. So, well, you might let me know if you've had other like packing light experiences, anything that you think I've missed here or anything that you would add in. Obviously, I haven't added in my toothbrush because that's in the bathroom, because I'll just pack that tomorrow. What else? I would normally bring a hair straightener if I was going on a trip, so I can do my hair properly, but it's not doing so great now either. I think I'm not going to bother. I don't think I'll have room for it. I also haven't shown my water bottle. I will probably bring a coffee cup as well, as I will probably be getting coffee out somewhere. But again, we'll see. I'm not sure. I might just not get takeaway coffee and do that instead of bringing a coffee cup, and just try and save that little bit of extra space. So yeah, I think that's everything. I will check back in a minute when I have everything kind of laid out, and then when I have everything packed, and we'll see how the bag looks. See you then. Okay, so that's the bag packed, as you can see. I hope it was clear from that bit of a time lapse I tried to do. So in the bag at the moment, these are another thing I just wanted to mention. I will be wearing these on the plane, so very likely I won't have to necessarily fit them in the bag. They do fit now, but if I needed to make room for other things, I can just take them out and put them around my neck or put them on, so that's totally fine. I wanted to keep the blazer on top so it doesn't get super wrinkled. Wrinkles is another thing I can't deal with. So yeah, that's kind of there just on the top. There is room in here. Like there is a good bit of room. I don't know, maybe you can see it better if I put it here. Like there is some room down in this section. You can kind of see, I guess, like I'm not having any difficulty closing it. I would say I would fit some yarn. Yarn is squishy, right? I could just squish it down to nothing, I'm sure. I would like to make a sweater vest. As I said, I'm going to try and make a video on these coming up. So on kind of the ones that I want to attempt as a beginner knitter, coming into the autumn season, which is just my favorite for jumpers and knitwear and all of that sort of good stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping to make a video on that in the future. So I will talk more about that. But yeah, I think like sweater vest quantity, I wonder if that would fit in this bag. Maybe. I think that will pretty much give me everything I need for 3 days. I'm hoping that the trip goes well, and I'm hoping I can get some nice footage and things for a future video. So yeah, I'm happy with how the bag is looking at the moment. It's not super full, so it should be pretty comfortable, and I mean I can still fit on my plain snacks, which is very important. I will let you know how we get on in Edinburgh, and maybe afterwards I will try and make a video what I brought and I didn't use, what I brought and I did use, which is hopefully everything, and on the flip side what I wish I had brought. Right, so that's everything for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something, or you know, gotten some ideas of things that could work for you for your trip. Let me know if there's anything you think I should have included, or anything that you would include, or anything you wouldn't as well. If you think something is superfluous, let me know. I would love to hear it, and might give me some tips for the next time I go packing or go traveling. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I might try and take some footage of when I'm in Edinburgh. It's a very beautiful city, so might try and get some footage there and put up another video hopefully about the trip. That would be really cool. But yeah, thank you for sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed it. Any ideas for me, any tips, any feedback on the video would be great, because as I said at the beginning, I'm very new, so I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm hoping to figure it out as I go. That's something I've always wanted to do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to meet you in the comments. Bye!